All right, so now that we got this area cleared out, what I have to do is move the shelves to the left a little bit by one stud, so they're actually on the stud. This shop has 24 on center studs, so I got to move the shelf over a whole 2 feet to allow for my shelf rack to be on a stud in line. So yeah, what we're going to do next is just kind of cut 2 feet off of these 3 shelves together, and what that's going to allow me to do is to have a full 4 feet of shelving, because right now it's only about 40 inches from the wall to the edge of these vertical shelves, or these horizontal shelves here, and so that would end up only having about 35 inches by the time I got all my bracing and everything up. So I want to have a full 4 feet worth of storage, just so I have plenty of storage. So hop to the time lapse of me cutting these shelves down. All right, so now I've got the shelf cut back another 2 feet, and I'm going to start now on the building process. So I'm going to build them kind of like you would build a wall or a floor. So I'm going to build them on the ground, build multiple ones of those, and then stack them. I still haven't exactly decided how many I'm going to do. I'm thinking probably in the neighborhood of around 6, since I've got 9 feet of height. My side rails are going to be 2x8s. I'm going to have a 4x4 post at the front corner, a 4x4 post here, and then they will attach directly to the wall on the back in the 2 studs that are vertical on the back side. So that should be more than enough support for these. My cross pieces, those are going to be 2x3s, and they're going to be a 2x3 directly attached to the studs there too. That is a little bit of a span, 4 feet for 2x3s, but I'm going to do them on 16-inch centers. I don't think I'm going to have an issue there. I'm going to put everything together with screws. So, you know, I've got 2x3s, so that's what I'm going to use. Well, today is tomorrow. I got 5 of these racks, whatever you want to call them. I've got 5 of them made. I've got 4 of them laid up vertical. I've got those screwed into the wall so they don't tip over on me while I'm putting these up. You'll see I've got my 4x4 that's going to go in the middle here. I've already got it all cut out. I did that on the time lapse. Got the other one right behind you. I've got a temporary 2x6 that I'm going to use as the corner here until we get all of them put up. Because of how the pocket works on the 4x4, I won't be able to install that until all 5 of the racks are up, which is going to be fine. I'm going to work my way top to bottom. What I've done is I've measured and put screws as locating pins from the top all the way down to the bottom for the top of each shelf. So you could do the bottom, that would help hold it up while you're screwing it in, but the problem is these boards are rough sawn, so you know they can fluctuate in 1/8 of an inch or so over the length of the board. So at any rate, then what I did was I went ahead and measured out all of my studs, or about 3 of my studs along the length. So I know I already have pre-started screws that's going to help me. So once we get it up there, all we have to do is focus on pushing it back, pushing it to that side, and pushing it up against the locating pins. So with that, we're going to get the ladders out and get this first one installed, and yeah, they should go pretty quick. I saw us shuffling some boards up there, but didn't want to bore you with the whole process. Got all the lumber that was once on that stack that was about 10 feet wide and 12 feet long. Got all of that up on the stack, save a few pieces that need to be planed. I'm going to plane those when I pull the wood out of the attic. Got a ton of room in here now. So I've got a little bit more. You're sitting by the door, the garage door, so there's a little bit of stuff like right next to you, the planer and a couple of little small things that I still got to find somebody to take off my hands. Not getting rid of the planer, but the other stuff. So my idea here is I'm going to build a table that's 12 feet long and that is 4 feet wide. So I'm going to have, it's going to be in my outfeed table. I'm still kind of trying to decide if I want to try and make that out of a hardwood or if I just want to cheap out and go with a plywood. It wouldn't, when I say cheap out, it wouldn't be a cost thing because I've got all the wood. It's just a time thing. I could have a plywood table here in 2 days. So I'm thinking I'm leaning towards using some of the hickory slabs that I've got that just aren't moving. They've been outside air dried for quite some time. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is take them over to the sawmill and saw them up into 2x4s and use that as my tabletop. So it'll be 4 inches deep, and then I'll laminate a whole big wide piece. Probably do it in multiple sections so it's movable because that will be a very heavy piece of wood. So, but then I'll be able to have my router coming up through the bottom of it. My outfeed table, I'm going to try and figure out a way for my planer to outfeed onto it also. Probably set my chop saw up on it somewhere as well. So really excited about this. Let's go look and see how full the stack is really quick. So I've got every stack labeled. You can't read it from here, but I've got random pieces on the top that's like cherry, sweet gum, stuff that I really don't know what I'm going to do with, some 4x4 oak posts, just random stuff up there. Then the second one is definitely the most full. That's all 1x pine. So all this wood that's in this stack has been kiln dried and planed, but not straightened. I like to wait to straighten wood until right before the project just so I can be sure I get the right widths. The next stack that's very dismal is my 1x oak. I've got an entire load of 1x oak up in the kiln though, so that's fine. Next stack is for my current projects. So I feel like that's the most visible stack. It's the easiest to access. So that's right now a big load of poplar. So my next stack is my 2x oak. And then after that is my builder grade dimensional pine. It's all pine, but it's all just random sizes. This is what I use to build things with. So like that's where my 2x3s would go, my 2x4s, just random stuff. So you can see there also right there, that's all the remnants of the old lumber rack. That's going to be going to my dad's house. And then there's the little bit of lumber that still has to be planed. So another little angle of the shop here. I'm going to move, I just moved that, which is my rack to hold all my air guns and nail guns and screw guns and all that stuff. I moved that from over there. I think I'm actually going to move it to over here on the wall. Got a little shelving unit there, that yellow thing. I'm going to probably put it right there and then move that shelving thing where the drill gun, screw gun thing is, just to try to be able to use that part of the workspace. So with that, man, guys, I'm really excited about this. I've got a little bit of lighting that I still got to finish up, but definitely next project for me is going to be working on that table. I got to finish up 2 tables for customers, and then I'm putting myself in line to work on that workshop table because that's going to make me so much more productive. So with that, if you've got any suggestions on how you think that the table should be built for the outfeed table, some ideas about what to put under it, maybe some drawers, some shelves, how to put the router table on it, just whatever you think would be a good idea for that table. Should I use hickory, which is what I've got that's already dry, or should I use something else? With that, hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for watching.